I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting for y'all to come on in. I'm waiting for y'all to flood on in. What's going on, Carmen? What's going on, Miss Nick? Hey, Tony Ollie. How's everybody doing? Good morning to you. Depending on where you are in the world, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you are in the world. What's happening? Thank you, Tony, for inviting your followers. Hey, Foxy Mac girl. What's happening? What's happening? Good morning. I'm going to flip this thing around and I'm going to get to the get. Let me flip. Boom. Let me flip. Hold on. Let me flip some stuff around so I can talk to you. Good morning. What's happening? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How about that? I'll just say that and I'll cover it this way. Let me slide on over a little bit. Good morning, New Jersey. We got New Jersey in the house. Look, let me give you something to think about today because I'm one of those people who I'm thoughtful. I like to think. I like to make sure everybody around me thinking too because it's very easy to become a zombie. You get up the same time, you go to your job, do the same thing day in, day out, come home, cook, watch a little TV, go to bed, boom, repeat the same cycle, and before you know it, it's 10 years down the road. And you wonder what time went. Let me give you something to think about today. Now, my favorite Bible verse is Philippians 4:13, which says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things. Now, the important word is all. That one word should change the whole complexion of your thinking. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. All. Not some, but all. All. So, whenever somebody asks you to do something and you say, but I can't do that. No, that all covered all of that. So there's nothing you can't do. You are without limits. You don't have any boundaries. The only boundaries you have are in your head. Oh, wait. Let me do that again. Your head. Which leads me to the next verse, which goes, as a man thinketh, so shall he or she be. So if I'm limited in my thinking, and I basically contradict what the good book has already said in terms of I can do anything I want to, if I'm limited by my thinking, guess how far I'm going to go? As far as my mind allows me to go. So with that being said, take the parking brake up off your mind because your mind controls your behind. You're not going to go anywhere until you change here. And wait, let me slide down a little bit. Not only do you have to change here, you have to change here. Because the good book also says life and death is in the tongue. So if life, which is one extreme, and death is one extreme, everything in between, I control by what I say. So if I say I can't do something and I think I can't do something, guess what? I won't do nothing. If I say something to the effect of this is all I can have in life, I'll never find anybody. Guess what? I won't. Because if I'm thinking I can't, if I'm thinking I can't do any better, and I keep saying I'm not gonna find any better than this situation here, guess what? You won't. And don't be surprised when you don't. Again, you're unlimited if you want to be. Lastly, stop listening to everybody. Stop listening to everybody. Again, the people that you're listening to, you should look at their resume. Sometimes you have to flip that mirror around when people are criticizing you and telling you what you can and can't do and reminding you of all the times that you tried to do something before or somebody else who done tried to do the same thing you're trying to do. Flip that mirror around, please. And let's look at you. If the person who's criticizing you, giving you advice, is doing worse off than you, stop listening to them. People who ain't got no man telling you how to handle your dude. And you listening. You've been booed up for years, and this person hadn't had a man in years, but you listening to them. They hadn't had a man since the Bush, the Clinton administration, but you listening to them. Sometimes you have to look at people's resumes. You can't take in everything people have to say to you because, again, somebody like me, I say it out of love. Boom. I don't want nothing from you. I'm not trying to hurt or hinder you. But again, everybody doesn't have that same mentality. A lot of people that's in your life have the mentality of, if my life sucks, if my life is right here, I need for you to be right here. Anytime somebody says, I'm keeping you grounded, translation, I'm keeping you here with me. Because I don't want you to soar above me, because when you soar above me, it makes me look at myself. It makes me evaluate myself whenever I see you soar. So it's my job to keep you here with me because it makes me feel better. You got to stop dealing with people like that. And a lot of y'all deal with people like that no matter if they're out front with it or if they're doing it on the low. Kick them people to the curb. I don't care. And for a lot of y'all, and when I say this, it's going to hit you right dead in your chest. A lot of y'all keep people around who ain't about nothing because you're afraid to be alone. Now, let me pose this question. Now, if you don't like being by yourself, is it no wonder if you're single why you don't have nobody? Because if you don't like being by yourself, nobody else will either. Learn to get to know you. It's okay to be by yourself. I've had the greatest revelations in my life when I've had time to myself. I don't need all of the noise. Some of y'all gonna have to separate yourself from the noise of your life. Again, control your stuff. Control your space. Again, control your life. When I say control your life, control your thoughts, control your mouth, and control the people that you allow into your space because they help to contribute to. Again, you have some awesome stuff to do in your life, but you will never, ever get it done if this ain't right, and everything around you ain't right. So, I just had to come by and drop some stuff up on you today. You're going to have a great day because you deserve it. And also, continue your momentum. If you had a great day yesterday, expect to have a great one today because Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things. All things. All is all. All things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me. Think about that. Keep that in your mind. Again, ain't nothing you can't do. Take the parking brake off your mind and get what you deserve. I'm tired of seeing people, miserable when they don't have to be. You don't have to be. It's a choice. But somewhere along the line, you didn't let people convince you that everybody miserable, so you should be too. No. Trust me. Everybody ain't miserable. Everybody ain't miserable, but it starts here. So go get your stuff today. Have an awesome day. Love each and every last one of you. Go get your worth. Love you. Be good. And all that other good stuff. Love y'all.